No. We are aware of section 342A. Just read it so that we know we're speaking from the same page. Because when you discuss things in chambers, somebody says, he said this. No, he didn't say that, he said this. And 342A, which addresses problems concerning the timeous facilitation and completion of a trial, is governed by that section.
Yes. My Lord, the section reads as follows. The heading is Unreasonable Delays in Trials. Section 342A in brackets 1. A court before which criminal proceedings are pending shall investigate any delay in the completion of proceedings which appears to the court to be unreasonable and which could cause substantial prejudice to the prosecution, the accused, or his or her legal advisor, the state, or a witness. Then subsection 2, in considering the question whether any delay is unreasonable, the court shall consider the following factors: A, the duration of the delay; B, the reasons advanced for the delay; C, whether any person can be blamed for the delay; D, the effect of the delay on the personal circumstances of the accused and witnesses; E, the seriousness, extent, or complexity of the charge or charges; F, actual or potential prejudice caused to the state or the defense by the delay, including a weakening of the quality of evidence, the possible death or disappearance or non-availability of witnesses, the loss of evidence, problems regarding the gathering of evidence and considerations of costs; G, the effect of the delay on the administration of justice; H, the adverse effect on the interests of the public or the victims in the event of the prosecution being stopped or discontinued; I, any other factor which, in the opinion of the court, ought to be taken into account. Then subsection 3, if the court finds that the completion of the proceedings is being delayed unreasonably, the court may issue any such order as it deems fit in order to eliminate the delay and any prejudice arising from it, or to prevent further delay or prejudice, including an order: A, refusing further postponement of the proceedings; B, granting a postponement subject to any such conditions as the court may determine; C, where the accused has not yet pleaded to the charge, that the case be struck off the roll and the prosecution not be resumed or instituted de novo without the written instruction of the Attorney General or the Director of Public Prosecutions now; D, where the accused has pleaded to the charge and the state or the defense, as the case may be, is unable to proceed with the case or refuses to do so, that the proceedings be continued and disposed of as if the case for the prosecution or defense, as the case may be, has been closed. E, that Roman figure 1, that the state shall pay the accused concerned the wasted costs incurred by the accused as a result of an unreasonable delay caused by an officer employed by the state. Roman figure 2, the accused or his or her legal advisor, as the case may be, shall pay the state the wasted cost incurred by the state as a result of an unreasonable delay caused by the accused or his or her legal advisor, as the case may be, or subparagraph F, that the matter be referred to the appropriate authority for an administrative investigation and possibly disciplinary action against any person responsible for the delay. Subsection 4A, an order contemplated in subsection 3A, where the accused has pleaded to the charge, and an order contemplated in subsection 3D shall not be issued unless exceptional circumstances exist and all other attempts to speed up the process have failed, and the defense or the state, as the case may be, has given notice beforehand that it intends to apply for such an order. B, the Attorney General or Director of Public Prosecutions and the accused may appeal against an order contemplated in subsection 3D and the provisions of section 310A and 316 in respect of an application or appeal referred to in that section by an accused shall apply mutatis mutandis with reference to a case in which the Director of Public Prosecution appeals, and in the case of an appeal by the accused, the provisions of section 309 and 316 shall apply mutatis mutandis. Subsection 5, where the court has made an order contemplated in subsection 3E, A, the cost shall be taxed according to the scale of the court deems fit. B, the order shall have the effect of a civil judgment of that court. Subsection 6, if on notice of motion it appears to a superior court that the institution or continuance of criminal proceedings is being delayed unreasonably in a lower court, which I don't think is applicable here.
That's fine.
Yes.
I think that's
Yes.
okay. The main sections which
Yes.
this exigency dictates I must address are the fact that in terms of the Constitution, before you interpret, let me just finish.
Yes.
Yeah, so that it makes sense. In terms of the Constitution, accused persons are entitled to a speedy trial. This section speaks about unreasonable delays, and these can apply to the state, the defense, even to witnesses. Now here we have an expert, ballistic expert, witness expert, ballistic expert, who gives evidence in August, and this is forensic evidence. And then it takes 8 months to cross-examine him, but I don't even know it's going to happen this year. It's unfair on that witness because he's seized with other matters. But the unfairness is predicated on the fact that in the pursuit of the other evidence in this trial, the cross-examination also impinges upon the evidence of this witness who has given evidence in August, and he's not being cross-examined on that. So that percolates to the unfairness of the process, because you can't say, for instance, ballistic expert Mgomezulu put it to Manganyi this and that, and Manganyi said this, and this answer is taken up by Ramosipidi, for instance, that it's a contradiction. You can see, you don't have to be a lawyer. 8 months, no cross-examination. And then in the meantime, we are proceeding with the other evidence, okay? So this impinges on the freedom of the constitutional right of a client like the accused here to have a speedy trial. And if there is a bottleneck, which is precipitated by either the defense itself or the legal aid board in not assisting in the payment of the costs of the ballistic report, which the defense say is important for their proper defense of the accused, then this court is obliged to investigate. It doesn't have to be a formal investigation if you read that. Now, if the legal aid board say we must talk about this in chambers, it is against the law. My recitation is, I won't do anything which is against the law. So Mr. Mujuta, when he comes, if the blockage or the delay is predicated, I don't want to say the negligence, on the administrative capacity of his department, he must say it in open court. Because if you read that section 342A, it also involves the public interest and the interest of justice. Okay. So we're going to interpret them for it.
Sizokhumbula ukuthi izolo bekunodaba olumayela nokukhokhelwa kwengoti enifisa ukuthi nimbize azomlekelelake kubona ubufakazi obuthulwa uyena uKenneth Mangena. Kushiwo-ke izolo ukuthi kunodaba la illegal aid ingekaphendulike khona mayelana ney'ndleko abameli kanye nani ifisa ukuthi illegal aid inganisiza ukuthi kukhokhelwe yena leyo ngoti aze enkantolo. Umshushisi-ke usetshele enkantolo ukuthi-ke bashilo ukuthi bazoba khona-ke namhlanje, kodwa-ke ngo-11:15, kodwa-ke benesicelo sokuthi-ke bahambe-ke bona nabameli kanye nomahluleli baye kulona ihhovisi lakhe umahluleli ukuthi lelo daba lelo liyodingidela noma liyokhulunyelwa ihhovisi kamehluleli. Usecela-ke umshushisi ukuthi akafundeke ukuthi-ke usection 342A uthini-ke la kufanele khona-ke into inkantolo efisa ukuthi-ke iphenye noma ibe nolwazi ngayo, kufanele lokho kwenzeke la enkantolo umuntu azoma khona kule ndawo enginika kuyona, inkantolo ibese imbuza-ke imibuzo. Manje-ke inkantolo izofuna-ke ukuthi ikwenzeke lokho, ngoba lokho kufanele ukuthi kwenziwe ngaphambi kwenu nikhona nizwa ukuthi-ke la kuzotholakala khona ekugcineni ukuthi-ke obani noma yiliphi uhlangothi ekuyilona olubangela noma oluyisizathu sokuthi-ke icala leli lihambe ngonyawo lonwabu. Lokho-ke inkantolo ithi kuyinto ekufanele ukuthi yenziwe la enkantolo kodwa ingayokwenzelwa ehhovisi.
Okay. Thanks. We'll await the delegation at 11:15, it says.
Sizolindela bona-ke nanjengoba besho ukuthi bazofika ngo-11:15.
Yes, Mr. Louis?
I can just add it.
Yeah.
Email, Mr. Mjito mentions that he'll send someone senior from his office. He himself is not available.
Oh, it's not available. Okay, fine.
So God pleases, my Lord. The state calls the next witness. It's Warrant Officer Lawrence Thabo Ndlovu. This witness is going to testify using his affidavit in terms of section 2131 and 2. We have marked his affidavit exhibit DD in brackets 4.
So,
The witness is also going to refer to an exhibit that was handed in yesterday, exhibit DD in brackets 3.
okay. Okay, that's it.
The affidavit erroneously refers to 4 pages. It consists only of 3 pages and not 4 pages.
Oh, it says 4 pages.
Yes,
It
it's
consists
all-
of 3.
Yes, it's only 3 pages.
Yes, we can't count in Bantu education. Okay, can you swear the witness in, Mr. Jonas?
Okay, study kama nesibongo baba.
Lawrence Thabo Ndlovu.
Uyimisela ukufunga uzokhuluma iqiniso. Uyafunga ukuthi ubufakazi uzobethula kule nkantolo kuzoba iqiniso iqiniso lodwa iqiniso liphelele phambi isandla uthi inkosi ingisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Inkosi ingisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
The witness is sworn in, my lord.
Okay.
Warrant Officer Ndlovu, I just want to show you a document which is marked exhibit DD in brackets 4.
Ngicela ngifisa nje ukuthi ngikutshengiseke le document lena eUDD brackets 4.
Is that your affidavit?
Iyona affidavit yakho le?
Yebo kunjalo.
That is correct.
And then turning to page 3 of that document,
Page 3 wayo.
what is the date of the affidavit.
Thini ke i-date ebhaliwe lapho.
20 October 2021.
20 October 2021.
And there appears a signature there at the bottom. Whose signature is that?
Kusayindiwe laphayana, ubani wasayina laphaya?
Esam signatures.
It's my signature.
And was the affidavit commissioned?
Yeah, Commissioner.
Injani?
That's correct.
Yes, on which date?
Ilanga,
Ngomhla 20 October 2021.
on the 20th of October 2021.
Thank you. You can proceed and read the contents thereof, starting from page 1.
Usungaqhubeka kuyifunde.
I am number 70745757.
Yeah, just read from the top there, everything. First Lawrence.
For Slora's case, 636/10/2014. Affidavit in term of section 213, subsection 1 and 2A of the Criminal Procedure Act 1997, Act number 51 of 1977. Lawrence Tabondlovu, state under oath in English. I am number 70745757, a sergeant in the South African Police Service, stationed at Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, Digital Forensic Investigation, DFI in Mpumalanga, 41 Sadek Street, Middelburg, with telephone number 013-249-8085, cell phone number
It's not
08277.
necessary to read your cell phone. What is your current rank?
Isikhundla sakho manje,
I am a warrant officer now.
warrant officer ke manje njengoba sikhuluma.
And can you just briefly put your experience on record?
Okay, I joined the police in 2006.
Ngiqale ke ukusebenza emaphoyiseni ngayo 2006.
Then I was attached to organized crime
Sebenzela ke yena ke organized crime.
up until 2014.
Kwaze kwayisikhathi ke 2014 noma unyaka u2014.
Then from 2014, I started working at DFI, Digital Forensic Investigation.
Kusukela lapho ngase ngisebenza ke khona ke ngaphansi kwe-DFI
Till March.
till now kuze kube manje.
Yes, paragraph, you can go ahead, paragraph 2.
The fact contained in herein are true to the best of my knowledge and belief. I make this statement knowing that if it's tendered in if it is tendered in as evidence, I will be liable for prosecution if I willfully stated it in anything which I know to be false or which I don't believe to be true.
Lana ke bechaza ke ukuthi istatement esifungele sakhe ke warrant officer la Lawrence Tabondlovu esho ke inamba yakhe esemaphoyiseni nokuthi ke usebenzela phansi kwayo ke iDFI esempumalanga eMiddelburg nokuthi futhi ke okubhaliwe ke lana yena ke ngokwazi kwakhe ke kuyiqiniso nokuthi futhi uyasenza futhi le statement enolwazi lokuthi singasetshenziswa ke njengobufakazi nokuthi futhi ke uma usengashoshiswa ke uma kungenzeka ukuthi akubhalileke lana ubhale into aziyo ke ukuthi akusilona iqiniso noma akakholelwa noma akakholwa ukuthi ilona iqiniso.
Sorry, Mr. Jonas. Like we normally do, can the witness read the affidavit in full? And thereafter you interpret for everybody in court.
Yeah, I thought he would, but he just stopped.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Yes, ungafunda yonke baba.
Okay, my duties entails the following: attendance of crime scenes, the search and seizure of all digital data, resident device, acquisition and analysis of electronic data, extraction of data from magnetic card data, extraction of data from mobile devices, compilation of statements and report. I have successfully completed the following courses: XRY Logistic Forensic Toolkit, XRY Physical Forensic Toolkit, XRY Smartphone, Examine, Exhiba, Celebrate mobile forensic fundamentals. Celebrate certified logical operator. Celebrate certified physical analyst.
Sorry, Ora, if you can maybe just briefly explain what each course entails. The XRY Logistical Forensic Toolkit, just briefly.
XRY
Yes.
logical forensic tool
Yes, what is it all about?
is the tool which we use to extract data from mobile device. But if you said logical, it's when you just extract what is on the phone. On a logical one, you don't get the deleted stuff. Then the XRY physical forensic toolkit, it's where you use the physical one where you can even recover the deleted stuff, which is not on the phone at the moment.
Lana uma ichaza ke lama logical ne physical ila khona ke logical uthola lokho imininingwane ekuyona ke ifone noma makhalekhukhwini. Uma khulunywa nge physical ke toolkit ila ukwazi ukuthola khona nemininingwane esecishiwe noma leyo edivithiwe.
Yes.
Okay, and then Celebrate Mobile.
The XRY smartphone.
XRY smartphone is just the tool for the smartphone.
Bese kuthi XRY smartphone yona ke into iloko kusetshenziswayo kusetshenziswa i-smartphone.
And the Examine.
Examine is just the search engine when you are doing the analysis.
Bese kuthi examine ke iloko abakusetshenziswa noma kubizwa ngokuthi search engine. Uma ubheka ke ufuna imininingwane.
Yes, Exiba.
Exiba is tools which we use to extract data from skimming device.
Bese kuthi ke exiba ke iloko esikusebenzisayo ke ukuthola ke imininingwane ke kuma device noma abizwa ngokuthi ke skimming device.
Yes.
Celebrate Mobile Forensic Fundamentals. It's just the fundamentals ekufundisa ukuthi usebenza kanjani mangabe uzo extract amafoni ngoba le Celebrate nayo yamafoni.
It just teaches you how to go about if you are to work with phones, because the Celebrate is for phones.
Then Celebrate Certified Logical Operator is the same as the XRY. Logical, you are doing the actual phone and then you get the data which is on the phone.
Bese kuthi ke lena i-Celebrate Certified Logical kuyafana ke naleyo yokuqala logical forensic toolkit ngoba ke ikunikeza noma ukwazi ukuthola imininingwane ekuyona umakhalekhukhwini uqobo.
Then Celebrate Certified Physical Analyst is also the same. You just extract data physical, then you get even the deleted one.
Na lena landelayo ke nayo ke uthola ke imininingwane ekuyona umakhalekhukhwini naleyo ke engasekho lena edilithiwe noma ecishiwe esuliwe.
Then Certified Celebrate Mobile Examiner. Ngenye yetool eyayisiza mangabe si-examiner i-data esesiyitholile.
It's one of the tools that assist us with data that we have already received or found.
Celebrate UFET link analysis. Nayo futhi siyayisebenzisa.
We also make use of it.
Forensic Toolkit Bootcamp FTK. Forensic tool, Windows Forensic. Okay. Forensic Toolkit FTK. Ngenye futhi ye software esiyayisebenzisa uma ngabe senza ama hard drives.
It's one of the software that we use when we do hard drives.
And then Forensic Toolkit FTK Windows is for the Windows, the same as the one on top.
Lena ke bizwa ngokuthi forensic toolkit FTK iyafana ke ngamashini noma ke ifana naleya ephezulu.
Intela nayo software esiyisebenzisa mas analyzer i-data.
It's also a software that we use in analyzing data.
Internet Evidence Finder nayo i-software esetshenziswayo mangabe kwenziwa i-forensic investigation.
It's also a software that is being used when forensic investigation is done.
Mac Forensics, also a software for Apple phone, nama iPad, nama laptop for Apple.
Okay.
Also,
Also,
Mac Forensic,
yeah,
yama Apple devices.
it's Apple devices,
Esisebenzisayo must analyze our own.
software that we use when analyzing them.
Then first responder. First responder i-course la bakufundisa khona ukuthi if ufika ku crime scene fanele wenzeni.
It's a course that they teach you that as to what it is that you need to do when you arrive at the crime scene.
Forensic report writing. They teach you how to write a statement and a
Bakufundisa
report.
khona ke lapho ubhala itatimende.
Court preparation. They teach you to prepare yourself for court.
Bakufundisa ke lapho ukuyilungiselela umuzoya ke enkantolo.
Network forensic. Sifunda nge-network lapho.
There we learn about network.
Linux forensic. Nakhona basifundisa ngoku-analyzer i-data.
Also there they teach us about analyzing data.
CompTIA A+, and then CompTIA N+, and CompTIA S+. I think it's one of the same thing. It's they also teach us about the network.
Compare A+, N+, kanye no S+, cabanga ukuthi ke into eyodwa nalapho ke basifundisa nge-network.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
Paragraph 5.
On the 8th of February 2021, I received Foslorus case 636/10/2021. Then I gave it a DVFI number 05 of 2021. And then the exhibit was from Sergeant PV Mohane from CIG with the request to extract that data from one cell phone. The cell phone was sealed in a forensic bag number P2B 000 through 233484. Then
Sorry, I just want to refer you to exhibit DD in brackets 3. If you can just refer to the relevant entry on exhibit DD3. Yes, can you just put the entry there on record?
Okay, the date it's 2021 of 2 of 8. The DFI number it's 05 of 2 2021.
Date ke lana ebhaliwe 2021-0208 inumber ke nanjengoba efilo ke lapho ku-statement sakho ukuthi wayinikeza ke inumber ye-DFI ku-05/02/2021.
Case it's Foslorus case 636 of 10/2014.
Bese ibhaliwe ke phosphorus inumber ke yeqala u-63610/2014.
Then detail of and the description of exhibit it's 1 times forensic bag number P2B 000233484 with 1 gold Samsung cell phone sealed.
Bese kuthi mase kuchazwa ke ukuthi yini ke lena engayithola noma eyalethwa kumina yisikhwama ke sezobufakazi esisodwa esine number ewu-P2B 000233484 esine Samsung i-cellphone noma khalekhukhwini ke we-Samsung ogold ngombala ovaliwe noma ke isikhwama leso esivaliwe.
Yes, column 4.
Okay, and then the name and the address of the finder is Sergeant Mapena of CI, Sergeant Mohane from National Cold Cases Unit Pretoria, and then 4.3, name and telephone number and resident of a lawful owner or accused, it's Bongani Ntanzi. Then 4.4, it's a signature of a person who's handing in the exhibit. It's a signature of Sergeant Mohane. 4.5, it's a signature of a member who received the exhibit. The signature, it's mine.
Lana ke mininingwane ke landelayo ke ubhaliwe ke uSergeant Mabhena we-CI ngoba lapha u4.1 uthi ke igama ikheli lalowo owayithola ubhaliwe ke Sergeant Mohane we-CI kanye ke ne-Sergeant Mohane bese kuthi u4.2 izimo ke ngaphansi kwazo ukuthi eyathi yatholakala ngaphansi kwazo kanye futhi nendawo ubhaliwe ke ukuthi National Cold Case Unit ePretoria bese kuthi u4.3 igama kanye futhi nenamba nekheli lomnikazi kwasebhalwa ke Bongani Ntanzi. U4.4 isignature noma ke kusayinde umuntu ekuyena ke oletha izibithi lelo kusayine laphana ke uSergeant Mohane. 4.5 kusayinda lowo ke ekuyena othola lobufakazi noma lokhu okulethiwe imina owasayinda laphayana.
But we'll come back to column 6 later. You can get back to your affidavit.
Okay.
You in paragraph 6.
An explanation of terminology or calls data terms use is as follows. MSISDN, which stands for Mobile Subscriber Integrated Service Digital Network. IMEI, it's IMEI. It's a International Mobile Equipment Identity, which is the serial number of the handset. IMSI, IMSI, it's an International Mobile Subscriber Identity, an electronical allocated serial number of a SIM card. ICCID, it's an International Chip Card ID. This is the serial number of the SIM card. Paragraph 7, the electronic device received were on the 20.
Just before that, you mentioned in paragraph 5 that you received the exhibit on the 8th of February 2021. What did you do after receiving this exhibit?
After I received the exhibit, then I put it on the safe.
Ushilo ke noma uyafunda ke la ku statement sakho ukuthi izibiti leli ke walithola nge-8 sika February 2021 wase wenzani ke ngalo uma usulitholile ngathi emuva kokuthi ngitholileke ngalifaka kwi safe.
Where is this safe located?
It's a lab.
It's at the lab.
And who's got access to this safe?
Only it's myself only.
Thank you. You can then proceed paragraph 7.
Okay. Before ngiqhubeke, ngifuna ukucacisa between lama date was 8 until the 20th.
Before I proceed, I would just like to explain the dates of the 8th as well as the 20th.
Yes.
Okay. From the 8th, ngelanga ngirecieve ngayo le evidence.
From the 8th, the day on which I received this evidence,
Ngiyayithatha ngiyibeka esafini.
I take it and I place it in the safe.
I-reason kusuke ukuthi kusuke kunemisebenzi eminingi esisuke siyenza.
The reason for that being that there's a lot of work that we do.
So nayo ilinde isikhathi sayo ukuthi kufike esayo isikhathi.
It also waits for its appropriate time.
Then ngomhla ka-20 kula kwakuyilanga la ukuthi ngisebenze.
Then on the 20th, that was now the day on which I had to work on it.
Okay. Then
Thank you.
on Wednesday, 20 October 21, I received that a Samsung J5 cell phone with the IMEI number 3532900085098895 with MTN SIM card, the SIM card with ICC ID number 892700059289318885. And the IMSI of that SIM card of MTN is 655103527492 And then the cell phone had two SIM cards, and then there was a MTN SIM card and a Vodacom. Then the second SIM card was Vodacom SIM card with ICC ID number 8934600022952118. And the IMSI for Vodacom SIM card, it's 65501444622951. Also, the cell phone had one SD card, memory card. Then all two SIM card and the SD card were successfully extracted with XRY forensic tool. Then the cell phone itself was unsuccessfully extracted due it was having a pattern.
Can you just explain what you mean if you say it had a pattern?
Uchaze uma uthi yayine pattern usho ukuthini?
Kusho ukuthi umnikazi set up i-pattern ukuthi ingavulwa noma ngubani, it needed the pattern le ukuthi
It means that the owner of the phone had a pattern set up so that not just anyone can open it, but it would need that particular individual to open it.
that masengiqedile nge-extraction i-cell phone nakho konke SIM card nalo okunye yaphinde yaresealwa futhi in a new evidence bag number PA 650 000 5482.
And that now, after extraction, the cell phone and everything else was then resealed in a new evidence bag with the number PA 6500005482.
Then the result were burned on a CD and sealed in a forensic bag PA 650 00005483. Then it was kept into the safe waiting to be collected by the investigating officer.
If if you say it was burned on the CD, what do you mean?
It was stored on the CD, the data in Italy.
The data which I found.
You mean banished?
Yes.
Banished on the CD.
Stored, I think.
Yeah, I understand that. In my view, not my view, he says banned. And I use the word banished. Fine, it's no problem, it's just English.
Prior to me signing this statement, I have been granted opportunity to read through, and I am satisfied that it has been correctly and accurately recorded. I have been informed that the statement may be made available to the accused for his or her perusal. I have no objection to this.
Thank you. You've already referred to the last page, page 3. Just lastly, on paragraph 8, you mentioned that it was sealed in the forensic bag, and you give the number there, and kept in the safe, waiting to be collected by the investigating officer. What happened to this exhibit eventually.
Nanjengoba ubhalile-ke lana ukuthi wayigcina ilindeleke ukuthi izolandwa uyena kumphenyi ekugcineni-ke kwasegcina kwenzekani-ke ngale exhibit lena.
Okay, ngomhla ka-5 September 2023,
On the 5th of September 2023
it was collected by Sergeant Mohane.
yazothathwa noma izolandwa-ke uyena uSergeant Mohane.
I just wish to refer to exhibit DD in brackets 3, the last column there, column 6. Can you just place that on record, column 6?
Okay. 2023-09-05, one-time cell phone J5 in exhibit back number PA 650 00 05482 with one CD sealed in a back number PA 650 00 05483 handed over to IO Sergeant PV Mohane. Then he signed his signature there.
Lana-ke ufunda-ke kule copy-ke yencwadi-ke lena yamaphoyisa ebhaliwe-ke ukuthi ngo-2023-09-05 i-cellphone eyodwa ekuyi-J5 ekwisikhwama-ke sezobufakazi enenamba ewu-PA 6500005482 ene-CD eyodwa evaliwe-ke kwisikhwama esinenamba ewu-PA 650005483 yandlulisela kuyena-ke umphenyi uSergeant PV Mohane wase yasayinda-ke naye.
Thank you, that is all.
Thanks, Mr. Ngobizole. Any cross-examination?
Thank you, my lord. I have no questions. I have no questions for this witness.
Mr. Ramosepidi?
As the court assistant, I don't have some questions for the witness. Morning, Warrant Officer Ndlovu.
Morning, Advocate.
Now, your testimony is that you received this evidence on the 8th of February. Is that correct?
Kusho-ke kubufakazi bakho ukuthi lo bufakazi lobu wabuthola-ke nge-8 zikaFebruary.
That's correct.
Kuyiqiniso lokho.
Now, when Sergeant Mohane hands you this evidence to you, did he give you a brief background of the case Phosphorus 636 of 10/2014?
No.
Huh?
Did he inform you where the cell phone was recovered?
He didn't. Akakasho.
He didn't say.
Now, he hands you this document, you then transfer it to the DFI's SAP 13. Did Sergeant Mohane also countersign that SAP 13 from the DFI?
Kunjani?
That's correct.
And you describe the cell phone as a gold Samsung. At the time, did you know what model it was?
Wawazi-ke ngalesi sikhathi ngoba uma uyichaza lana uthi ke kuyi-Samsung egold kodwa ke ngalesi sikhathi lesiyana wawazi ukuthi iwuphi umhlobo wefoni.
Bengazi.
I knew.
It was a Samsung what?
J5.
J5.
And then, according to your testimony, is that you were unable to extract or download the data from the phone itself because it had a pattern code. Is that correct?
Kunjani?
That's correct.
Now, the XRY programs that you use, the physical, starting with the logical, the physical, the smartphone, and the examine, do they not have the capability to use a colloquial term to crack passcodes or patterns of this nature?
Zona-ke lezi osoyifundile oyichazile-ke lana logical, physical, ukuthi azinayo-ke indlela zokuthi-ke leyo pattern zona-ke zingayivula ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi uyofinyelela kuyona ifoni.
Azinayo ngaphandle kwe-Celebrite kodwa at that time bengasebenzi.
They don't have it except for the Celebrite, but at that time, it was not functioning.
Speaking about Celebrite, I personally know the owner of that company. Is it still being used in the SAPS?
No, not now.
No, not now. I suggest manje.
And then you then used the XRY in your field. Other officers call it X-ray than say XRY, so I'll use X-ray. Now, you've mentioned the courses that you've completed. When we speak about a logical extraction of data from, let's forget about the cell phone, from the SIM card, what are we talking about?
Sikhuluma ngani ke manje sesithatha ke noma sesikhipha ke idatha kuyona iSIM card.
Logical SIM card.
Logical or SIM card?
I mean, the logical extraction. What are we talking about when we are saying we are performing a logical extraction from either a mobile device or a SIM card?
Noma ke kuyona ke i-device noma ke SIM card uma sithi ke manje siyayikhipha ke noma siyayi-extracta logically sisukhini noma sikhuluma ngani?
Kaningi angithi sikhuluma sithi logical sikhuluma nge-device itself, not i-SIM card. I-SIM card ayinayo le option yokuthi ube ne-physical or illogical.
When we say logical, we are mostly referring to the device itself. The SIM card doesn't have the logical or the physical.
Perhaps let me put it this way. When you perform the physical extraction, what tool did you use in this instance?
Usebenzise yiphi tool uma uwenza ke extraction le ya physical, yiphi tool uyisebenzisile?
Angayenzi physical kule device.
I
Okay.
haven't done the physical on this device.
The extraction from the cell phone and the SD card, the Vodacom SIM card that you extracted data from, and the SD card, what forensic tool did you use?
XRY.
XRY.
Okay. Now, there's also sometimes, let me shelve that one. I'll ask the witness that's going to come, Mr. Host. And specifically, when you do a downloading, in this instance, the SIM card and the SD card, you are personally not aware of the data that is contained in those devices. Is that correct?
Yebo.
That's correct.
My Lord, that is all I had for this witness, as the court pleases.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. No question. Nisi, no question. Okay. Mr.
Thank you, my
Mara.
lord. I have no questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Solon. No questions, my lord. Thank you. Any re-exam?
None, thank you, my lord.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Siyabonga baba.
As the court please, may we take an earlier short adjournment whilst awaiting staff from the legal aid.
Okay, what's the time now?
It should be around 11.
Okay. Okay.
So nidake laba.
We'll come back at what time then? Quarter past.
Yes, as soon as they're here, we'll let
Okay,
the court
fine. Court will adjourn until then. Drafting the report, it's so much. Attending court, it's so much. You don't have that type of thing.
And in fact, in our response to them, when we asked them for the cost,
Yeah.
we broke it down for them in consultation,
Yes.
perusal, drafting
Yes.
reports, appearing in court,
Yes.
even disbursements like traveling, things like
That's
that.
it, yeah.
And we actually set out in the email exactly how we want the costing. And yeah, it hasn't been forthcoming.
Okay, fine. Thanks. So, Mr. Nisi, are you the spokesperson for your colleagues?
I'm not a spokesperson, but basically what Legal Aid Board said was that the counsel who's representing the client that the state is alleging that a firearm
Yeah, quite.
was found in his possession should be the one that
Yes,
is taking
yes,
the
yes.
center stage, yes. So in this instance, it's going to be me.
So, what's going to happen now?
My Lord, it's true that the Legal Aid Board has not yet been furnished with the information that they would need for the purposes of costing. However, I don't do that myself. I'm also relying on the expert. I've been in communication with the expert, but I've got reasons to believe that he could be engaged somewhere else.
I mean, cell phone. I hear they say President Biden phones Cyril Ramaphosa.
Excuse me, my Lord?
I hear that President Biden
Yes,
can phone Cyril Ramaphosa, President Ramaphosa in South Africa,
yes.
when he's at Phala Phala.
That is what we have done, my
And
Lord.
now you can communicate with the expert. Where is he? In Australia? Where?
No, he's here in South Africa.
In South Africa?
Here in Pretoria.
Ah, no, that's worse.
But my Lord, it is not really entirely accurate that I can't communicate with him,
What
because
is-
that is what we have actually been doing. Unfortunately, we don't know what is it that is delaying him, because the delay as of now, it is on his part. But we have just confirmed yesterday that we need that information as soon as possible. And in fact, I had requested in the email that I've dropped him that he should liaise directly with the Legal Aid Board South Africa. He should directly send that information to Legal Aid Board South Africa. But now Legal Aid Board says, no, they don't work like that.
Yeah.
He must do things through me. That's information that I did not have. And then I requested him yesterday, after I received that information from Legal Aid Board South Africa, that he needs to direct that quotation to me, and then I forward it to Legal Aid Board South Africa. He's busy working on it now, my Lord. It is not as if we have not done anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's going to happen? Because, let me tell you my worry.
Yes, my Lord.
You know, actually, forensic evidence is very sensitive,
Yes.
okay? You can't expect a witness to wait 8 months to be cross-examined. When he comes there, I can't remember. I don't know if I did it, because it's so long. I think I've got a good mind. I don't remember the evidence.
We really appreciate that, Mother. I
So,
really appreciate
Just
that.
listen to me. I'm
Yes.
also going to make an order that everybody here
Yes.
should go over the evidence which was adduced on behalf of the state, which was tendered by Mr. Mangani.
Colonel Mangani,
Yeah.
yes.
And even you must refresh yourselves about the evidence which he tendered to be able to cross-examine.
We've got records to that effect.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. Yesterday, Mr. Ramusipidi couldn't remember whether there was a letter written by the station commander.
It wasn't me.
It was who?
I was corrected.
It was who? It was who?
me.
Somebody else?
Yes.
Okay, we shall not mention the name. You see, that's what worries me.
Yeah, that is true, Mother.
So what must we do? What is the way forward now? How many months do you need?
We definitely don't need months, my Lord, because we already have a preliminary report. However, there's a suggestion that we have as defense that in the interest of time, and probably that will carry a lot of time, that the two experts, that is now after Mr. de Klerk, our expert is Mr. de Klerk, after he would have completed his report, then he will consult with Mr. Mangana, with the permission of the state, of course, Mr. Manganye, just to try and curtail issues by way of, what do they call it now? Through joint minutes. agree on certain things, and then we come to court and deal with those issues that they do not agree on. In our view, we thought that would go a very long way to curtail the processes. But in any event, my lord, in as much as the court has indicated that we with time memory lapse does happen,
Yeah, when
most
you
of the time
cross-examine
forensic evidence is contained in papers and they've got computers and everything. They can simply go back to the report that he has and then he can refresh his memory.
I've heard of
And I'm not trying to justify
I've
the
heard of
delay, my
evidence
lord.
getting
Yes.
lost.
Excuse me, my lord.
I've heard of evidence getting lost. Have you ever heard of it?
Then it means we're in a terrible state with
Yeah,
our
I've heard of
ballistic
evidence getting lost,
laboratory.
et cetera, et cetera.
If evidence can just be lost willy-nilly. But that is the position, man. We hope and believe, because now Legal Aid has also undertaken that as soon as they get that information, that's what Mr. Muchuto told me yesterday, that it might not take 2 days to go through the application with an approval and or without an approval. But maximum will be 2 days and then we'll get the result. And once we get the result, he will then say to us, proceed with Mr. Titerk. It's not like Mr. Titerk is going to wait up until such time that he gets paid. Once we get the go-ahead, we request him to consult with Mr. Mangena on the issues that he feels is necessary for him to consult with Mr. Mangena on, and then we take it from there. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to determine as of now the period at which we can expect him to be at court with the report already in his hand.
So how long should we postpone again for the evidence of Manganye to be cross-examined? How long? I don't know. You should know.
Probably, my lord, I think it will be a prudent thing if we meet.
Yeah, how long?
If
One time frames.
If there's from where I'm standing, say almost a week or 2.
I'll give you a month. How's that?
That will be fine, my lord, but that is going to happen even before that,
Yeah, we'll see.
as it is the court, my lord.
Ma'am, is it okay a month? I know you're not supposed to liaise with them. It's not, that is a procedure.
Yeah. No, my lord, it depends on how much the quote comes, whether it's done in my office or provincial office. If it has to go to CCMC, it is a bit longer, the constitutional case, but I will, we have discussed it already because this issue was raised by we discussed it at our national office. I will send the request if it has to go up to national office via round robin, but that'll take a couple, more than 2 days to finalize. And then obviously, I'm not too sure how long the expert will take to finalize his report and be ready. That's obviously, it has to do with.
I thought he had started on the report, Mr. Mnisi. Has he started on the report?
Yes, my lord, as I've said, we've got a preliminary report. It's not like it's going to start afresh.
Mr. Baloyi, what's the state's view?
As the court pleases, I think in light of what Ms. Isola has said, we will abide by those arrangements that the issue regarding the cross-examination of Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, and it's Mangena, not Mangana.
Mangena, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Some call him Mangena, but it's actually Mangena.
Mangena, okay,
Yes,
sorry.
Mangena. That the matter stand down for a month, as the court has suggested.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yes, that's it.
But it doesn't stand down for a month. When that month elapses, the cross-examination of
Yes,
Mr. Mangenya commences.
yes.
We don't postpone it for a month, and then you come and tell me, yes, my house was broken into. I had the disc under my desk or table. It means if we postpone it for a month, it is for the cross-examination of Mangenya.
Yes.
So give me a date, all of you.
Well, today is the 16th of April,
Yeah.
so we're then looking at a date after the 16th of May.
Which is? Agree with your colleagues here.
Yes.
May-
The 28th, my lord, that is the next Monday, because the 16th of May is on a Thursday.
20th
Yes, the 28th, that
Of-
will be on a Monday.
of May.
Yes, I'm not so sure if that is,
Yes.
it's fine with my colleagues.
Mr. Gomezulu, is it okay?
It is suitable.
Mamalo, don't have a case in Peter Marisbeck.
It's suitable, thank you.
Ms. Mshololo? Okay, then it's agreed then that the matter regarding the cross-examination of Mr. Mangena will be postponed to the 20th of May for such an exigence. Is that okay? Thanks ever so much for your assistance.
It's a pleasure, ma'am. Please be excused.
Thanks, your excuse. Okay.
Kenel Mangena owathula ubufakazi la mayelana ke nesibhamu asihlola asebenza ngaso sikhulumile ke ngalodaba izolo ukuthi ninongoti wenu enifisa ukuthi nimbize umama uqeda uphuma lana ke ubuya kwa legal aid ekuyibona ke enibacelile ukuthi nicela ukuthi banilekelele ngokukhokha noma ngokukhokhela ungoti loyo wenu kushilo ukuthi yebo i-email uyitholile ngazo i5 zika April kuona lo nyaka amaviki amabili andlule kodwa ke engekanikezwa noma ngekashiwo ke ukuthi imali inike lena enicela ukuthi ke ungoti lona alekelelwe ngayo ilapho ke abasalindile washo umuntu anisi ukuthi naye ke usalinde kenaka ungoti ukuthi amchazeleke ukuthi imali inike kodwa ke kona konke ke lokho banikezwa isikhathi bonke ke umshushisi abameli kanye nayo legal aid kuze kube ngumsombuluko i20 zika May la khona ke inkantolo ithi kufanele ubufakazi bakhe uKenel Mangena buqhubeke banikezwa bonke ke isikhathi ukuthi akulungiswe konke lokhu okusasele kufanele ukuthi kulungiswe ukuthi ke ngazo i20 zika May uqhubekeke ngaye uKenel Mangena.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
As the court pleases, my lord, the state then calls the next witness is Lieutenant Colonel Gideon Halls. Gideon Halls. Halls, yes.
Okay.
The witness is going to testify in respect of two new exhibits. We've marked his affidavit, exhibit DD in brackets 5, and that affidavit is accompanied by annexures. Annexures, it's several annexures. We've marked those annexures. Exhibit DD5 is annexure 1 up to annexure 17.
So it's DD5, 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5.
Yes, no, it's just all of them, just annexure DD5 1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't number the page, my lord, of the annexures. The witness is going to make use of the monitor.
Okay. Wat ek taal kies U, Afrikaans of Netherlands?
English, my lord.
English. Okay, can you swear the witness in then?
Sir, do you have your full names and surname, please?
Gideon Gous?
Do you have any objection in taking the prescribed oath?
No.
Do you swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing else but the truth? If you do swear, please raise your right hand and say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Witness son in
Thank you.
Right. Lieutenant Colonel Halls, just before we get your affidavit, can you just explain how you come into the picture at this point of the proceedings?
I was analyst at the PCMC in Gauteng for quite a few years. And then after Colonel Steyn was retired, he had to retire on 60, he had to leave the force. Brigadier Kanina contacted me and he asked me to help him with some analysis of cell phones.
Ake usichazisele ukuthi wena ungena kanjani kuleli cala manje uthi mina ngangikade ngisebenza kwi-PCMC la ukuthi ithe umnumzana uSteyn uma eya kwi-pension uBrigadier Gininda uye wangicela ukuthi ngike ngingene la ukuthi kuzabe kukhulunywa ngendaba yama cell phone.
Is it correct that you have prepared an affidavit in terms of section 213 in brackets 1 and 2 of the Criminal Procedure Act, and your affidavit is accompanied by annexures 1 up to 17?
That's correct, yes.
Iqiniso ukuthi wena uyenzile i-affidavit ehambisana namanye amaphepha okusuka ku-1 ukuya ku-17 uthi yebo yiqiniso.
We've marked your affidavit, annexure DD in brackets 5, which consists of 32 pages.
That's correct.
Uthi ubufakazi bakho ke sikwenze ubufakazi buka DD 5 ukuthi unama page awu 32.
And the 17 annexures that accompany your affidavit have been collectively marked Exhibit DD 5 in brackets 1.
That's correct.
Futhi ke nalamanye amaphepha ahamba ne-affidavit yakho wona ke abhaliwe ukuthi ubufakazi buka DD 5 base kuma brackets 1.
And you're also going to do a presentation, or your affidavit is actually on the screen.
That's correct, yes.
Uzosibonisa futhi ne-affidavit yakho la kumabonakude uthi yebo.
If I can ask you then to turn to Exhibit DD in brackets 5, the 32-page affidavit. On the last page, there's a signature there. Whose signature is it?
That was the person who certified it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, just above that, whose signature is it?
I haven't got that one.
On page 32.
Lapho ke ku page 32 kunabantu abasayinile lapho abobani
It's my signature.
uthi ngisayinile nami nalo obekade ngibhalisela le affidavit obekangixhufizela yona istamp naye usayinile.
And the date of the affidavit?
It was certified on 29/09/2023.
Le affidavit ke yona yenzwe nini uthi nge-29 zika September 2023.
Thank you. If I can then ask you to turn to page 1 of Exhibit DD5. Just read it in the report.
Cela ke ufunde lokho okubhalwe kwi-page 1 yabo lobufakazi.
I am 044109004.
Maybe you just start right at the top.
Okay, sorry. Affidavit.
Vosloorus.
Okay, Vosloorus. Vosloorus cash 636 of 10/2014. Affidavit in terms of section 2131 and 2A of the Criminal Procedure Act 1977, Act 51 of 1977. Gideon Gous states under oath in English. I am 044109004, a Lieutenant Colonel in the South African Police Service and stationed at the National Priority Violent Crimes Bureau, 236 Pretoria Street, Pretoria.
So you don't need to read your cell phone number.
Okay. The facts herein contained are to the best of my knowledge and believe true and correct. I'm making this statement knowing that if it's standard in evidence, I will be liable to prosecution if I willfully stated anything I know to be false or which I do not believe to be true. I was attached to the Priority Crime Management Center since 2011 till 2020 as an analyst, and my daily task did consist of downloading of cellular phones. We are using a program XRY, analysis of detailed billing of cellular phones section 205s, analysis of information obtained from cellular phone downloading, the incoming, outgoing calls, contacts and SMS, and I've testified on a regular basis in the regional and or Supreme Courts of South Africa in more than 100 cases. I have 32 years working experience in the South African Police and 18 years experience in analysis of data using Analyst Notebook. I've successfully completed the following courses: Forensic Science course for investigators, Detective course for specialized units, Analyst Notebook version 5, iBridge user course version 1.
If you can just maybe just briefly explain what each course entails.
Okay, so the forensic course for investigation is to go deeper into analysis. Detective course is for all police officers that must undergo detective's course. Analyst Notebook is a program that you use to do analysis or to link cell phones or do a chart to link numbers or names to each other. Now, iBreach and pattern tracer, we didn't use it in this case. A pattern tracer, if there's a pattern that, a certain pattern on cell phones, if there's a case, there's to link, to make a pattern with the cell phone, but we didn't use it in this stage. Then Analyst Notebook, text chart, and Analyst Notebook version 8, this is just an upgrade. Then I have the iBase that we use to contain all our data, and then Anacapa. Anacapa is an intelligence analysis. We go deeper into analysis of cell phones to link the numbers or persons to an account or to a number and all that. And then IBM iBase is also a system that we use. Then information training course, Tradecraft, that's in also a cell phone analysis and to identify patterns and traces, patterns and to link the people with each other. And then the logical and physical extraction, that's the XRY, where you download the cell phone itself.
Lana ke usanda kufunda ukuthi yena ungubani futhi usebenzela esiphoyiseni sase Pretoria la ukuthi yena konke lokho okubhalwe kule affidavit uthi konke kuyiqiniso uyazi nokuthi uma engabe ebhale izinto ekungasiyiqiniso yena angahle ashushiswe noma uma engabe ekholwa ukuthi lezo zinto akulona iqiniso yena ke uthi useke wasebenza einkantolo uke wayofakaza einkantolo ezihlukahlukile ngobufakazi bomakhalekhukhwini uyasho futhi nokuthi ufundeni ufunde kuyaphi indabeni zokusebenza ngomakhalekhukhwini ufundile futhi nokuthi omakhalekhukhwini basetshenziswa kanjani bahlolwa kanjani uma sekuthi kuyadingeka ukuthi abomakhalekhukhwini bahlolwe.
Yes, you may proceed. Paragraph 5.
On 2023-09, I was contacted, I said the Colonel Stenenberg, I was contacted by Brigadier Kaninda from the cold case, and he directed me to assist Colonel Stein on the analysis of a downloaded phone on Vosloorus 636 of 10/2014. On 2023-09-06, I received a request form and a CD marked Vosloorus 636-11-2014 in a sealed forensic bag with seal number PA650000. There's one digit short there, it must be 0000. 5483 from Colonel Stein. The bag was not opened and or tampered with. I took photographs of the evidence bag as you receive it, and attached is the photograph.
Yena ke uye wathola ucingo ngoyi4 zika September 2023 la ukuthi uye wathola lolo cingo lalkade sent from Colonel Stein from Brigadier Kaninda. Uthi lolo cingo walithola kusuka ku Brigadier Kaninda ebe ukuthi ubekade esebenza la Colonel Stein ebekade esebenza khona ukudownloada izinto ukuthi zazikade zikuyi case number case 636 10/2014 ukuthi ngeyi6 uye yena wathola futhi ne CD ebekade ibhaliwe ukuthi yona iye case 636 11/2014 ukuthi yayikade ivalelwe kuyisikhwama ese ubufakazi baso i-serial number bakade ku PA 650000 5483 ukuthi uColonel Stein uye wamnika yona leso sikhwama leso sasikade sivaliwe futhi nasi kuneyithombe zakho.
Sorry. As you know, Mr. Gous differs from the content of paragraph 5. He has explained that Stein is retired and that Gininda went to consult him to take over the process. Are you going to apply for an amendment? Because this is an affidavit. If it goes any other place, there'll be some smart aleck who will go to the constitutional and say, oh, you know what, court, this affidavit calls about stain. And also Sarveta is he's no longer there, he's retired, blah, blah. So what's your view, sir?
Indeed, as the court pleases, the state will request that the amendments be effected as the witnesses testified. There are other places where there will be amendments as well. We request that his evidence be regarded as having amended the affidavit.
What about the defense? Any objections, Mr. Gomezolo?
No objection. My Lord, my point is different.
Your what?
The affidavit should be read as is, and he'll be led on the amendments by my learned colleague, my Lord, because this is an affidavit. It should be read. I was contacted by Colonel Stein, but later Mr. Baloyi will say, on your affidavit, on this paragraph, you said this, what's the true position? Then he can explain that, my Lord. That's
Mr. Nisi?
In terms of procedure, you do not amend an affidavit.
I know.
Write a supplementary affidavit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was saying smart aleck will go to the constitutional court and say Stein is dead. But he can apply for the amendment, and he knows how to do it subsequently. Okay?
An affidavit, my Lord, can only be...
I've heard you, Mr. Minister. So you want us to adjourn?
No,
No, just listen to me. So we can adjourn, and then you bring about the... Wait, and you bring about the amendment. As Mr. Ramasipiri says, we must adjourn then. I don't have a problem.
No, I didn't say we should adjourn.
What are you saying?
I said the affidavit should be read as is. Then Mr. Baloyi will lead him on the discrepancy regarding the...
He can lead him now. He can lead him now, as he's doing.
Yes,
what's wrong with that?
But it must be read as is. That's my point.
When it's amended, the affidavit, when it's amended,
Yes.
it will read like he is saying it's amended. And Mr. Baloyi knows that at the end, he's got to bring a commissioner of oath who will certify the amendment. What's the problem?
Okay, then that's the
my
position,
Lord.
But I've never suggested that we should adjourn for that purpose.
How do you do it? Yes, ma'am.
My Lord, my case is different because our clients are suffering prejudice as the amendments are being effected on the witness box. We have not been furnished with the supplementary affidavit, and we do not know what the information that will be supplemented. We are taken by surprise as the witness wishes to explain and amend the paragraph as he likes. We're not aware of what is going to be supplemented, my Lord.
Okay. Is anything going to be supplemented except the fact that Stein is no longer the person who did the analysis?
Well, really nothing major.
What?
No main amendments to the affidavit, my Lord. I think there will be one more minor amendment, but nothing major. It doesn't go to the, and I'm surprised Advocate Mshololo says there are prejudice. How can one name being substituted by another name cause
then it's a prejudice.
But in any case, my Lord, nothing major. We suggest that we go along, and in the interest of time, that the evidence is put in record.
Just wait. You see this affidavit, Mr. Mshololo, just read it, because this is not how I understand it. Affidavit in terms of section, everybody just read it. In terms of 213, you see what Gideon House says here. He says, House stays under oath. Have you, the contents of this evidence of this affidavit, they come from you as an expert. They were not done by Herr Stein. Yeah, where do you get it from the horse's mouth? It's not like this affidavit says, I, Herr Stein, under oath says, this blah, 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 blah. He is the one who is drawing the affidavit, not Stein. Are we agreed on that? It's simple. Hey, my daughter. Mr. Ngomezu.
My submission, my lord, independently so,
Yeah.
is that this is an affidavit.
Yes.
Any discrepancies that are placed on record on the contents of this affidavit can be challenged to this witness.
Yes.
Irrespective of the procedure to file a supplementary affidavit, this is just a mere amendment. The issue that my advocate Mshololo has raised is whether is it prejudicial to the accused persons. Anything material that is prejudicial, there's a reason to object.
Of course.
To amend.
Of course.
But in the circumstances, if I find hearsay evidence, say for instance, I'm cross-examining this witness, it comes to my attention that paragraph 5 is hearsay.
Yes.
Then I have to put to this witness that this paragraph constitutes hearsay and the court cannot accept this evidence. That's how it should be done. That's my submission.
Otherwise, I don't have a problem. Let's adjourn. Come back tomorrow. Maybe understanding goes with experience also. Just draw a supplementary affidavit. Okay. Are you available, Mr. Host, tomorrow? Right. Otherwise, we're going to waste time. Because according to me, this is the deponent, not Stein.
Yes.
And if you read this with understanding, Host says, I am this and this. The facts contained herein are to the best of my knowledge and belief correct. This statement, I've made it knowing if that I tender evidence, I'll be liable for prosecution if I willfully stated anything false. And the only thing, according to what Mr. Baloyi says, when he says, I was contacted by Stein from Gold Case, the only thing is Stein has retired. It's not that, am I telling the truth?
That's correct.
It's not that you're making it up that you contacted Stein. You did contact him, but he's no longer available because he has retired.
I was contacted by Brigadier Kaninda to take over the case because Stein is going to retire.
That's it. So just put on the supplementary affidavit. We'll adjourn until tomorrow.
In any case, my lord, section 2134
I know.
Says, in addition to the affidavit, the witness may give viva voce evidence.
That's
And
it, I know.
This is what the witness is doing.
Yeah.
And viva voce evidence, my lord, carries weight. He explains the the errors. I really don't see the need
What
for
time
us,
is
my
it
lord,
now?
to...
They say there will be prejudice because he talked to Stein. What's that?
21.
Yeah, let's adjourn until tomorrow. Just bring that. I'm sorry about this.
Well, the other thing, my lord, will perhaps file an amended affidavit to all our colleagues.
Yeah, do that. It's a waste of time, I can tell you.
Isizathu ukuthi ufakazi ubekade la kubhalwe ukuthi uye washayelwa ucingo uStein kodwa ushayelwe ucingo uBrigadier Kinini. Manje abameli bathi lokho kwamele kulungiswe kube mhlawumbe neaffidavit eseyilungisiwe. Inkantolo ithi lokho akwenzeke ukuthi icala lihlekiselwe kusasa ukuze kuze nale affidavit eseyibhalwe kahle.
Meneer Stein, kan u ander veranderings aanbring aan die beëdigde verklaring as the ander in Engels? Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying to him, if there are any other changes he wants to incorporate there, he should do it also.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Mayinkantolo ithi mayingabe kunezinye izinto afuna ukuziguqula khona la ayenze njalo ukuze kusasa singakwazi ukuthi siqhubeke.
Okay, the court will adjourn until tomorrow then.